Hi, I'm Pati and I run A Small Geeky Chica, and welcome back to another entry in my Stationery Shop Diaries. So this week, I'm going to be going over the last about 2 weeks since the last time I chatted with you in my last Stationery Shop Diaries, and this is the second time we're doing this format where it's just me rambling off to you, and then we'll insert clips of the things that I'm talking about. But we're going to go through my little notebook again, which I took notes on what I did for the past 2 weeks. So let's start off with, my Star Cafe intro zine. So I have a little sample right here, or I have a couple of different prototypes right here as I was working on it. I did finish it in time for the market, and I think it came out pretty cute. I had to mess with it a little bit to get it to print out exactly how I like it to print out, because I find that my printer, like when I try to do like borderless all the way or 100%, it like skews it a little bit towards the top, just like a 16th or an eighth of an inch, which is quite a bit. So I know I have to usually scale things down or push things down in order for it to look like it's actually centered. So you'll see, let's see, in my original one, like his orange got cut off right there. So then I skewed my image down to 99%, which I think, now I don't remember which one was which first. I think it was this one, but I didn't move it to, no, it must have been this one. I didn't move it to the right spot. So again, the fruit was very close to the edge. So then on my third try, I got it so that there's more enough space. So it's definitely something I have to consider if I make more zines in the future. I also then did my final update. This wasn't the final one, because my final one says asmallgeekychica.com on the bottom, because I figured, I have no branding on this, I should at least add some branding. But yeah, this was cute. So I made about 30 of them, and I folded them, and I want to make another video where I just go over my whole process of making these zine for the first time, which is my very, very first zine. So that should be coming your way, hopefully sometime within the next month or so. But yeah, I made 30 of them to take to my market, which you saw at the beginning of this video. Before I get to that though, I want to talk about some other things that I did. I applied to 2 more markets. I've heard back from one of them. So far, they're both in September. They're both, again, another local city ones. One in South City, one in Daly City. And so I heard back from the Daly City one, which is a Latino-specific market called La Pachanga, which is really cool, because I was jokingly complaining to my friend, like not seriously, but I was joking that like I've seen a lot recently in like our area. There's a lot of like Filipino markets or like Asian American markets, and I'm like, this is cool. I totally support this. But I also live in a decently Latino populated area. I'm like, where are my Latino events? And then there you go, there's one. So of course I applied to it as soon as I saw it, and I got in. So I'm really excited for that. And because I got in, I am gonna start working on this idea I've had for a while, for making like stickers and sticker sheets and like other stationery of different like foods that you typically have either in like Latino food or just food in general, or we have like avocados, corn, beets, and stuff like that, which depending on what kind of Spanish you speak, you might have a different name for it. And granted, I live in a more like, the Latino population is mostly Mexican, and after that it's like a lot of Central American, El Salvadorian, like Nicaraguenses and stuff. So there aren't as many like South Americans, though I do know some, and I've met some, and they are there. But growing up, there weren't that many. There was like a handful of us, and I'm Chilean, so my Spanish is very different from like my best friend who's Mexican, and my other friends who's like, best friend who's El Salvadorian and Honduran. We sometimes will have moments where we'll say something in Spanish and we're like, actually, I don't say that, or I don't call it that, or I don't use that term. So what I want to do, and what I've started doing, and I'll put some of my sketches up, and I'll also show the ones I've done, but I want to make stickers where it has the fruit or the vegetable or the food, like let's say avocado for now, and around it, it has the different words that we use to call it in different types of Spanish, with like a little flag representing a place where it's called that. So for like avocado, you typically what's called in Mexico and a lot of Central America, and I think a lot of I'm not sure where it ends and changes, but normally you'll hear it called as aguacate, which is where we get like avocado from. But that's specifically more Mesoamerican and stuff. But in Chile and down south, we tend to call it palta, which is what you probably hear more in Chile and Peru and like Argentina, and I'm not sure Bolivia and Uruguay, but like more in the like southern cone at least, we'll call it palta. So I want to have the avocado with that on both sides, so people like, hey, you might know one Spanish word for it, but there's actually a different one, and like in this country we call it this, and that is the idea. So I have those sketches, and I've actually done two. I've done the avocado, and I've also done beets, because there's at least 3 different words for how to say beets. So I'll put those up here on the screen so you can see the ones I've done so far. And I definitely want to use this more like color pencil kind of look to it, which I don't know if you can tell in my drawings, but I'm using that to go like swans. There is a pencil in Procreate, one of the default ones in the new library that I really like to use. I'll put the name here because I can't remember. It's such a mess off the top of my head, but I'm going to use that one. That one I used for my little Star Cafe crew characters when they're in their like fruit onesies. I use that pen, and it feels more like using a colored pencil kind of sketchy kind of look, so I'm gonna use that for these. But yeah, I definitely want to incorporate and get these ones ready specifically for that market, because I want to have some like Latino inspired, Spanish speaking inspired item there. And this is something I've been meaning to do for like half a year or a year at least. I had this idea before, so now I finally found the thing that's like motivating me, like, okay, now is the moment to do it. So hopefully that'll be cute and fun, and I think they'll just be cute stickers in general. But yeah, trying to spread the word that like, hey, we speak different Spanishes, but we still understand each other. It's fun. It's just usually it's like the minority Spanish speaker within the like Latino culture where I live. It's like it's usually not my words that get used, so I'm like, I have to learn both. But it'd be fun if you guys also got to learn mine. That's the idea behind that one. So people can be, because not all Latinos always realize this. So like most of the kids growing up with me probably didn't realize, hey, I use different words for things and I eat different foods. It's not all the same, even within like our community. So I would like to broaden some horizons that way. But that is definitely one series that I'm working on for my next markets. I'm also working on my little ghosts for Halloween, since by the time I have all these things ready and I'll be going to markets with them, it'll be in September, and it's already getting closer to Halloween. So I think, from what I know, that's a good time to start bringing out Halloween things, because people usually like it before October actually hits, so then they're ready to decorate before October. So I'm making my little ghosts, and I'll include some footage right here of like my planning. I want to make a sticker sheet with a little ghost. I want to make a sticker of like a little overgrown kind of haunted kind of house looking with little ghosts peering everywhere. Yeah, I want to make a bookmark with my idea so far that I've sketched around with, that I've played around with, is like, it's a bookmark where it's a big long window and you just kind of see a whole bunch of ghosts just peering out the window. I think that is a cute idea, and I haven't made a bookmark in a long time, so we'll see if I can get around to it. I also want to try making like sticky notes or memo pads. So I do have this one idea of a little ghost where you write inside the ghost, and it's like purple on the outside with some stars, that I've done a brief little sketch of. So yeah, there's definitely some products I'm working on. I don't have any other markets until the one in September, so I'm gonna take advantage of the next like 2 months to just do some more product ideas and maybe think of a way to update my display for markets. I'm considering the idea of maybe getting grids just so I can add some more height and display more stickers, just a more visible level, and like have a sign up above so people don't have to look down on my tablecloth to see the name of the store, even though I do have a sign on top of one of the displays, but I don't think people notice it that much. So I probably want to try to make a bigger sign of my name. But yeah, that is something I want to increase for my next market potentially, at least or to have it starting getting ready for next year. Yeah, it's for display version 2. But right now with year 1, it's going pretty well. And speaking about my display, I finally had to build my canopy. So I meant to record it, but totally forgot. But the other day, me and my brother took out my canopy into the backyard, and we learned how to open it, how to put on the top. And then I filled up the sandbags that I still had to fill out. It's to just like stabilize it. That came with the canopy, the weights. It was super easy to do. But it was the first time doing this, so we didn't know what we were doing. But yeah, it was super easy. So then when I actually went to the event, which was yesterday, as I'm recording this, it was yesterday, Saturday, me and my friend were able to set it up pretty fast, pretty easy, break it down pretty easy. It wasn't difficult. I bought little like tablecloth weights to help hold it down a little bit, mainly because I have like the back wall to the canopy that I brought and added to this one, simply because there was going to be like eating behind where we were going to be at. There was tables for people to like relax and eat food from the food trucks and have a place to sit. So just for a little bit of privacy, I put it on the back there. But it was decently windy, so I had those little weights to help hold it down, and they didn't really do much. I think it wasn't taut enough to like really stay strong, so maybe we'll see if there's another way to do that, or just like deal with it kind of being a little loose, or maybe I didn't put it on correctly. That's also possible. But it went well, and then it lasted all the market. I was at some points a little bit worried that the wind might push the canopy a little bit, but the sandbags held it, and it shook a little bit, but it was fine. It was a little harder because we weren't quite flat. We were a little bit of an incline, just like slightly, where you don't really notice it because we were in like a parking lot, so there was a slight incline to it. So probably that didn't help with stability that much, but it did help because the wind was coming from behind us, so it did help it not bother the actual displays. But I did use the little table weights to add displays to my wooden display stand, so I think that did help a little bit, just give it a little bit more extra weight for the wind. And that's something I always have to think about outside markets, because it's just where I live. It tends to be windy, and especially in my South City, it's super windy. So that is just something I'm going to run into a lot. So I just have to figure out ways to better deal with that wind. But yeah, that is pretty much. The market went well. It was just like a small community fair for Coma, which is a very small town, like in between, near San Francisco and the airport, like in between there. It's at a community center, which is right next to a bunch of cemeteries. But it was cool. It was fun, and more people came than honestly I was expecting to, because if you don't know, Coma is like known as the town of cemeteries. There's not a lot of people that actually live in Coma. It's definitely populated, but it's small and it's mostly full of cemeteries. But it's right next to Diaries and South City and San Francisco and stuff like that. So we did get a lot more traffic, mostly families, because there's lots of kid activities. So we had a lot of kids come around, and they like to dash things, but they didn't do that as much because this time I did have the spinning wheel. So a lot of kids would want to go spin it, which is part of the reason I got it, because I know that'll be something fun. And I know sometimes the parents don't want to spend that much on a sticker, but doing that little thing is enough entertainment for the kids, and usually they'll get a free sticker. That's the most common prize I give out. But my friend did have to hold down the spinning wheel in order for them to be able to spin it well, because sometimes it didn't spin that well. So I might have to look into it, see if I can make it spin better. But yeah, it's just if you don't do it right, it doesn't spin that much. But it was cute. I gave her a lot of free stickers. I did give out some of my zines, because that was a prize for that. It started out pretty slow. I didn't think I was gonna. At first, for a moment, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make back the table, which the table wasn't that much, but I did end up making at least about 3 times the table cost. So I would definitely cover the table, and once I finished calculating exactly everything I sold and sales tax and stuff like that, I think I did pretty much as well as I've done in other markets. Granted, the table fee for this market was a lot cheaper than the table fee for some other ones. $20-$30 less. So that helped. I did make more bigger sales, like anywhere between $10 to $20 per sales instead of just like small $4 or $6 sales. So that was cool. That was fun. I did enjoy it. I went with my friend, who isn't the friend who usually helped me because she was going to Mexico. But this is my other friend who also offered to help me out with events. So it was really good because then he helped me carry especially the sandbags and like the heavier stuff. But yeah, we had fun, and it was a 4-hour event, and so it went by really quickly. And then came home, had some pizza and some chicken nuggets because that's what my family had ordered for the day, and watched the end of the Norway-England game. I was sad that Norway lost. But yeah, it was a good market overall, and I think I enjoyed it. I do it again. These local markets, I don't sell that much there, but I did sell my coasters for the first time, which was really cute with an older lady, and she was adorable. And I had a little kid who asked me to draw her a Totoro, so I like live drew a little Totoro really fast. It's not my best work. It's in my sketchbook, but because I drew it really fast. But she enjoyed watching me, and she was very cute and adorable. But yeah, it was fun, and I'm looking forward to doing more markets in the future. So I have the one in September. I'm waiting for the other one. If I get into the other one, then I'm gonna have back-to-back Saturdays, which will be a first for me. So I'll see if I ask my same friend to do both with me, or have like a one friend for one and one friend for the other, because I just don't want to abuse their goodwill. But I know my friend who didn't do it this time, she really enjoys going to them, so who knows. And it just might also be busy in September. That's most of what I've done for the last 2 weeks. Just getting ready for that market and starting on my next designs and products. And a little bit non-related, I did mention once a while ago that I wanted to get into solo D&D and maybe like do videos on that. So I did start rewriting one of my characters' backstory, the character that I want to be my main character for that solo D&D. I wrote her backstory. Oh, it was pre-COVID time, so it was brought in 2018, 2019, when we played at work at my last job. We had a group of us and we were playing D&D like once a week during our lunch break, which was really fun. But yeah, I'm just like updating her backstory, cleaning it out, getting it ready for my solo D&D. So we'll see if that happens, if I get around to it. It is definitely like last on my priorities list in terms of things I want to work on and get done. But I do miss playing D&D. And with a friend I was talking with yesterday who wanted to help me, he used to be my DM for when I first started playing D&D. So I was thinking like, maybe if we can find a place to play and figure it out, maybe play some more D&D in the future. But if not, maybe I'll see if I can figure out solo D&D. But that is it for today. That's everything I did for the next 2 weeks. And I'll have another sketch with me video for next week probably, and maybe depending on how much stuff I get done in the next week, if it's not too much, then I might do a sketchbook tour. I've been meaning to do those. I know I've mentioned it before, but I definitely have quite a few sketchbooks that I can show. I think I'll start from when I really got back into drawing during COVID, because I've always drawn all my life, but it's always been on and off, and sometimes I'll get really into it and I'll just have a moment where I'm just like phased where I draw a lot, and then I can go a couple of years with like barely drawing or drawing every now and then. But during COVID is when I was like trying to draw every day, or at least every day, Monday through Friday. So I'll probably start with that sketchbook and then slowly make my way up to the one I am currently drawing in. So hopefully you'll see a sketchbook tour in the near future. And then, yeah, I'm going to be working on my Lil Ghosty line and my Spanish, I don't know what to call it, like Spanish language, Spanish foods in Spanish stickers. I'll be working on those, and I've actually started those because I do want to get all those designs more or less done by the end of July or the first week of August, just so like anything that I need to send out for manufacturing that takes a little longer, that might take a month, like my sticker sheets or washi tapes, I'll definitely need to get those out early August just to make sure I can have them by like before by the end of the month, August or the first week of September, because those events are all like mid-September. So there is that. And then also want to look into a local print shop for the like memo pads and sticky sheets and maybe the bookmarks too. I usually do my bookmark with Vistaprint, but I also want to see maybe doing it with a local. I want to do more local print shops because it's just close by, easier, and it supports my community, right? So I'm looking to that, and I'm thinking maybe I want to look to a different manufacturing for washi tapes. I do like the ones we get, but I feel like they've gotten thicker. I'm not sure, they're not quite like the very first ones I did, which was from them too. I just like the quality feels different. So if you know any other washi tape manufacturers besides Grace, which is what I use, let me know, because I am gonna potentially look into more other places to see, and I might just end up like linking Graces the most at the end of it. But it's good to like look around and check it out. I'm almost out. I'm starting of that first design. It's actually one I pretty much at least sell one of at all my markets so far. I'm like, which makes me happy because it didn't really sell when I used to have an Etsy and I first made it, but it is definitely popular at the market. So yeah, here we go. And I haven't finished calculating, making my own little report of how well I did yesterday, but Space Haru, always popular. Space stickers, especially cat stickers, space cat stickers, always my best sellers. But yeah, that's always good to know. And hopefully I'll be able to I also need to order more things for Fair and like increase my inventory a little bit more. So hopefully you'll check out my website, which is smallgeekychica.com. That's where I sell my stickers, my Space Haru stickers, my Star Cafe Cruise stickers. And then I also have empty washi tapes. I still need to add the latest ones that I got. I haven't done product photography for those, but I will, and I will update them soon. And then all the other stickers that I bought through wholesale to make my shop more of a stationery shop, where I have Thousand Sky stickers and some little things, and I make Gaming Co. and Sticky Club sticker sheets. So hopefully you can check them out, and if you find anything that you like, make a little order. I ship to anywhere inside the United States, and hopefully we'll keep gaining momentum on the shop to be able to make an actual store in the next few years. But until next time, bye bye.